Previously on Space Engineers. I'm going to resume course for the alien planet. Nope. I think the best I could do is just sort of level my descent and what? Okay, here we go. I don't want to know, but I gotta find out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna have to take a little stroll. What is spider? And now the continuation. Narrow escape. That was... suffice it to say, I've survived. Barely. By running and screaming a lot. And now my ship is completely surrounded. I shouldn't really call it my ship anymore, it's just a wreck. I'm surrounded by spiders. Ugh, there's so many. And it goes without saying, they'll tear me in half. They'll just rip me right in half in a hot second. So, gonna go ahead and not look at them anymore and just pretend they're not there. And maybe work a little more on patching up some of the holes in this thing so I don't have spiders to deal with. I've done a little bit of work, actually. I've patched up a couple of holes. I've also started building an assembler. Turns out that doors contain a lot of vital components to build an assembler. And I'm gonna need this if I'm gonna build my way out of here. I think I need, to finish that off, I need motors. If you drag things with left click, it drags the entire stack. If you drag things with right click, it asks you how much you want to move. Oh, come on. There we go. So you don't just fill your entire inventory instantly. I think that's all I need, actually, to finish this thing off. It's getting close. Motor, display, computer. I need a lot more computers. Now, the beauty part when you're assembling something is that it builds this initially just like a basic scaffold, but it starts to come together as you feed it the requirements. So right now, all I need is 2 displays and then a whack of computers. Which I have plenty of. So computers are pretty light, so I'm just gonna drag the entire stack over, and boom. Okay, progress. I'm not gonna worry about making a refinery in this because I'm not gonna be doing any mining because I'm sure as hell not going out there with the spiders. So what you do, go to the production tab. You can see the inventory is the girders down there. Hit disassemble. Disassemble all. And it just instantly starts breaking it down into its component iron, which if I actually go back in, go to the assembling tab, the things I can now build are whited out. So I can build your basic steel plates, your interior plates, large tubes, build the girders back together, construction components, pretty basic stuff. It occurs to me that my primary goal should be to get off this planet. Oh, thank God, it's daybreak. It should be to get off this planet. In order to get off this planet, I need thrusters that work in atmosphere and out of atmosphere because I need to break orbit. So what I'm gonna have to do is build hydrogen engines. Now, building the engines themselves isn't a huge feat. Ugh, I should just walk around with light armor blocks. Or with steel plates. Building it is not going to be a huge deal. Powering it is going to be the problem, because I need a ton of hydrogen to do that. And I'm already in kind of short supply of hydrogen. What I'm going to have to do is take one of the oxygen refineries from the engine pod. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to move it up here. So I'm going to have to break it down, move it up here, and reassemble it, connect it to the cargo container so I have ready access to hydrogen, and oxygen for that matter, because, you know, it never hurts to breathe. I want to discuss for a quick second why I'm down here. I was taking a look back at the old footage from the previous episodes. Now, I just sort of chalked it all up to, I don't know, downloading some mod at some point, and it just doing weird things. And I'm still not totally convinced that's not the case. But I have never seen anything like this before. Like, like, the blacking out, that just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? The suddenly being way too close to a planet, that doesn't happen. Unless there's some, like, survival horror mod that I'm not aware of, but I don't think so. Because I basically just grabbed, like, the top, 30, 40, whatever it was, highest rated mods and just shoved them all in there. I'm not really using them, but they're all, because I didn't want there to be anything like this, any strange, unexpected things. So although I have the mods, they're not loaded at the moment. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, because I've been down here for a little while and nothing out of the ordinary has happened. I mean, I'm not counting the spiders, because that's not out of the ordinary. It's extremely ordinary to be attacked by giant spiders. The beauty part is that I only need one steel bit in order to make this scaffold, so I can just make the scaffolding endlessly. Well, not endlessly, but close enough. With virtually no penalty. I'm not being fired upon, so there's not much reason to build them past that point. You know, they don't have to be armor. They just have to be somewhat structural. Okay, what am I looking at? What a mess. Don't go down there. I went down there. Fly, 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 fly. Oh. 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 No. No, no, no. Oh, come on. I don't need that thruster there anymore. I don't need any thrusters here anymore. The fact is, they don't work. Like, they're worse than useless because they're very slowly draining power, and they're just resources that could be used somewhere else, so I'm gonna have to break those down. I'm just trying to get a fix on what's intact. I was able to access the oxygen bottles, so I assume these conveyors lead towards an active oxygen system. I just gotta cut through enough of this crap. And you know what? Cutting is the way to go. I'm gonna weld up the floors to stop this slipping and sliding. Because oddly enough, the physics in this game still don't like it when you're on an uneven surface, even though you spend a lot of time on them. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, yeah, we got a nice even floor. Let's start cutting. Container, okay, looking good. Cut away interior wall. Okay, that's not bad. Is there anything in this container? Yes, there's a bunch of uranium. I just realized I don't know what's actually powering this ship either. Christ. This thing is just such a wreck. Alright, I'm gonna break this down. Oh, inventory full. Large thrusters are extremely powerful, but they're also kind of a pain to build because you have to make multiple trips. Your inventory, you can see the volume in the bottom left there. It turns red every single time I take a hack at this because, yep, thruster components. Those will break down into some useful components, but for now, yeah, it's just kind of a pain. I'm gonna have to ferry those all upstairs. Which I'll do off camera. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do milk runs up and down the ramps. Good enough. Boop. 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 Good stuff. And actually, I'm gonna dump the uranium too for now. Okie dokie. It's Minecraft time. Let's start digging. Next time on Space Engineers. Why am I falling? There's really nothing else for it. I'm gonna have to get some weapons going. Because there are still some dangers out there that I haven't encountered yet. I alluded to it briefly. I'm really hoping that I don't encounter it